Hey guys, Tara here, bringing you a 3v3 today. This one actually features me once again. Teamed up with Devil's Brigade. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he also does a few casts. You should check his stuff out. You can usually post quite a bit to the Company of Heroes Reddit and also on COH2. So yeah, check his stuff out. We teamed up along with one of his friends. It's for a bit of a muck around 3v3, and here we go. We're on Pavlov's house. 2 for mucked, 1 OKW versus 2 Soviet and 1 US forces.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
Just quick note on this map: you can actually salvage these Cougar wagons. Maybe a bit of a bug that needs fixing, and get a lot of fuel as OKW, so something to keep in mind until they patch that. Bit of a troublesome map for allies, kind of, if the OKW players actually salvage those wrecks. Unfortunate bug. I really shouldn't have got through playtesting anyway. See Mechanized Regiment going down for riorraw. Our strategy going in was riorraw was just kind of, he's already doing some salvaging here, so on this wreck. Just let riorraw contest the left and 2 players to contest the right, where both of the fuels are located. And right here, Devil's Brigade actually accidentally falls in his pioneer. I mean, his pioneers. Oopsie daisy. My pioneers find out that there are a couple of rifles down here. Fighting position going down. More salvaging going on. riorraw is going to have a huge early game fuel advantage. He's actually gone for 2 stern pioneers. Not a bad idea. Go right on this map as well. A lot of close range engagements, especially on this left hand side of the map, the urban part. Staying busy with those salvages. Big engagement going on down here. Grenadiers versus riflemen. Grenadiers were set up in better positions as riflemen approached, and they're ultimately going to win because of that. Stone pioneers have to retreat though, and comes a big swarm of conscripts. Hulk setting up here in the middle, locking it down with 2 Maxims and a mortar. MG42 here from Devil's Brigade expresses the squad, but they quickly fall back to their feet once they get into the heavy cover. I poke over there, see the fighting position, decides to disengage. Start advancing with my Grenadiers. Grenadiers coming through the centre now as well. Mortar shelling the MG42. Grenadiers force retreat there. Still, the allies have pulled an early game map advantage so far. In comes the flak half track though, the result of salvaging so much stuff in the early game. 3 stern pioneers from riorraw. So this flak half track, if it ever does take engine damage, is going to be repaired in the blink of an eye. riorraw makes a slight micro mistake there, not going for the attack ground maneuver to get a faster setup time. The way you micro that is you right click on the spot where you want your half track to stop, and then use attack ground on whatever you're trying to attack, and your half track will keep running to that spot. that you told it to go to, and your half track will kind of set up whilst it's still running there. Important not to give it any other commands though while you're doing that, otherwise it'll reset the setup time. So no stop or anything like that. So a quick tip there on using the flak half track. Tier 2 going up for both of us.
Grenade! Get down! Support upgrade complete!
Support package upgraded. He ran over one mine and doesn't want to run over another one, especially with his flak half track. One right in front of him as well there.
Heavy machine gun cruiser ready for action.
Ooh, I don't know what actually happened in this. I wasn't really paying attention in the match, whether he runs over that mine or not. Absolutely hard, but no way. The flak half track suppresses so quickly. So much damage as well. So definitely quite popular these days for OKW players. It's just the changes. Engagements continue to go on over here. MG42 set up to cover this VP. And come a big swarm of rifles though, coming through the centre. Maybe trying to flank this MG42 over here. And it's like it did indeed hit that mine and go out of control, spear into that unfortunate structure there. Looks like it was already wrecked anyway. Or maybe it actually took a shot from the Zis. Oh yeah, it did take a Zis shot. Looks like there's a detonated mine there as well though. I don't know. Oh well. There's always a lot of action in these 3v3s. 322 has been fielded to clear out the fighting position. I've seen some pioneers over there to complete the capture.
Objective secured. Just got a report of an infantry
Hulk
unit
continues to sit mid, just locking down the centre. Riorraw continues to harass on the left hand side of the map. Half track coming up for Devil's Brigade.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Onboarding a pack now. No second tech structure from Riorraw yet.
Tech gun has arrived.
Sturmpio's blasting away at these guards. Taking more tower shell there. Run to the radius of that Maxim. Mass retreat. They're in a bit of trouble. Not luckily the PTRS is landing on that tram there instead. They managed to get away. Panzer Grenadiers firing on these shock troops. Luckily they're suppressed and Panzer Grenadiers will easily win this one. This over here will need to reposition to safety, otherwise it will get wiped. Munitions cache over here, fuel cache over here. Allies getting some extra resources rolling in. Maxim's blasting away here. This looks like the setup's slightly bugged there and may actually go down. No, he gets away. Sturmpies engaged at close range. Dodged that grenade without too much trouble. MG34 trying to set up over here. Oh, down goes that guards rifle squad. Big concentration of forces here from Devil's Brigade. Looks like he wants to inch his way into the centre of the map. Let's continue to control all this. Put down a S-mine field over here so as to protect the fuel point. Deals Brigade rolling through the middle now. He has selected Lightning War, so he will have access to Ju-87s and Tiger tanks. Bulk shock rifle front line, guard motor from Keck, and infantry from Moist. Riflemen just setting up in defensive stance and all sorts of nasty damage with their LMGs. Here comes T-34. Decided to just retreat there. I thought I'd probably die if I stuck around. Luckily the T-34 is a bit slow to continue to chase. Where is my pack? Pack is over here. I was expecting it to come through here. Switch around to here. See something for a shot there. It's going to take the Panzerfaust. Continues to chase the 222. 222 goes down, T-34 goes down. Definitely a better trade for us than for the Allies. Unsupported T-34 though, a bit risky. Deals Brigade said at this stage, unvetted 222 is probably not even worth recrewing. So he's just going to leave that there.
Gun is ready for orders.
His spine does minor damage to those shock troops there. Mortar barraging at the victory point. I'm trying to knock out those combat engineers and they just decide to retreat anyway. riorraw continues to engage over here. Actually doing pretty well. He's spending quite a lot of time in a 2v1 situation, so he's doing pretty well. Stand by needs to get super close. Just avoid being suppressed. Or only one squad gets suppressed by that stolen MG34 there. Do manage to clear the maximum from this structure here. Empires jump in there. Axis managed to regather control of this victory point. This is important. We're about 70 behind at the moment. In comes the rifle blob though. He's forced retreat, and then comes a grenade there just for good measure. Away you go, the Sternpires. And then riorraw's floating up a bit. Probably considering putting down a pack 43. As he has got fortifications and that is available to him. MG34 blasting away at the other MG34. Heavy mortar shot the ahead. Yep, heavy mortar on the field from Cow. Pack's moving around. I believe maybe another T-34 got engaged at some point. I don't know. Look at that. Is that a held down KVA? Kind of looks like it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool map though. This is pretty cool. It's got these abandoned tram lines. It's got a good look to it, this match. Somebody's obviously put a lot of time into constructing it. Shame that you can salvage all the wrecks. Otherwise, it would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Rifle grenade forces a retreat there. Here comes that second T-34. Once again unsupported though from Hulk. That's Panzerfausts. Got 2 packs set up here to fire up on it. In comes Devil's Brigades. And there it goes. Here's my field here from Devil's Brigade. Gets set off by that Scott shot.
Sector.
Shock troops chase off the LMG greens on this side.
Contact with enemy infantry.
I've ticked up, put down tier 3. And I've constructed a Panzer 4.
Awaiting orders.
Steampire's coming over this side of the map to do a bit more salvaging. Panzer 4 is going to try and get rid of those shock troops from the right hand side fuel. And what is that MG firing at there? What was that? It's just spitting flames out the back. Feed the Panzer 4 some chilies or something. I don't know, that was weird. Incendiary barrage down here prevents the capture of the fuel. In comes a Jackson to knock out the Panzer 4. And whilst you can't notice it on this map, there are a lot of line of sight blockers here. It can be very hard to just maneuver around here and get a line of sight on something to fire upon. Obviously can't see because of the fog of war, but this is a tough old map to maneuver around. Rifleman advance again. SU-76 coming down the centre. Get my charge over there. Trying to retreat my Panzer 4 for some repairs. I've got a second squad of pioneers somewhere. Yep, there we go. Put down a fuel cache though. I've been doing alright for fuel income so far. Had a pretty good hold of the right hand side fuel. And been hotly contesting this one as well. Haven't always had it under control, but at least been denying it to our opponent for a large portion of the time. Smoke grenade from that rifle, covering its approach. Grenadiers fighting some LMG riflemen as well. Riflemen pulling ahead. Defensive stance on these ones. Suppress that squad. Rifle grenade always already on cooldown though. Used it to force another rifleman squad to retreat. He's really locking down the left hand side of the map now. All 3 tech structures have gone down from riorraw, and he's floating up for a king target just about there. Get Cow is also starting his float for the 85s. But as I was saying, Allies haven't had that good fuel control so far. So whilst they're quite far ahead in terms of VPs, our fuel income has been largely superior up until this point. Second Panzer 4 from me coming in. Still got to worry about this Jackson though. I really want to go and knock out that Scott. But gotta worry about that Jackson. Got my packs up here. Covering this one. Oh, Panzerwerfer wipes the shock squad there. It's off to a good start for Devil's Brigade. She's 76. Putting in some work. Another mine going down here. Great work from Cal so far on the mines and the demo charges, everything else. Interesting choice by Hulk, going for a fresh set shock troops. I mean, he is quite low on infantry, but probably should try to save up his manpower for the IS-2. And then again, still about one command point away from that, so never mind, should be alright. You can see I'm a bit far behind in terms of command points here. Been a bit passive so far this match. I need to get going. I wasn't really taking this that seriously because, you know, it's just a muck around 3v3. But it's turning into a pretty good game. We've got a pretty good matchup. Both of us unranked teams. Unranked to ranged teams, so don't have to worry about random team versus ranged team problems. In comes infantry company artillery. And clears both of those weapons. Panzer IV's come over to try and deal with that SU-76. King Tiger's here as well. At this point, riorraw advises me that there are quite a lot of mines and demo charges on this side, not to advance any further until his minesweeper gets here. As you can see, I luckily detonated a demo charge there with a tank shell, just by accident. Had something destroy. Oh, I think that was the SU-76. He finished off. Jackson moves over to this flank, waiting for this minesweeper to get up here. Rifle blob continues to advance with their 1919s. Certainly too much for my pioneers to deal with. At this stage, thinking I'll probably go for either Jägerarm or close air support. I feel like it's getting a bit too late for well, I don't really need another Tiger along with King Tiger and Tiger from Devil's Brigade, so close air support or Jägerarm is probably the go. I have to move back over to the right hand side because otherwise I'm going to have trouble dealing with all these riflemen without vehicle support. They use their defensive stance and they're very hard to deal with. Pretty much have to rifle make them every single time. Oh, free shot there. It's a wipe. Panzer forward gets a wipe in return.
They got wiped out.
Two Panzerwerfers from Devil's Brigade. This one just fresh on the field. That one's got 6 kills. fire over here.
Ready to take out enemy armor.
Got one more kill. Fast reactions there from Hulk. T-34-85's on the field now with IS-2 as well. So we're a bit outgunned in terms of armor at the moment. IS-2 rolling down right into my packs, which is kind of lucky for me. I really wanted to get target weak point going. Wasn't to be. Can't really do target weak point in attack ground. I tried to, but I don't think it worked. I think it just hit the wall there. A bit of a waste of munitions, but it's worth a shot. Heads forwards, firing on the rear of this IS-2. Just really been scratching it. And now backs into all these pack guns. Really bad play there by Hulk. I mean, what was that? That was shocking. Pre-shot almost knocks out the Panzer IV there. Gets it super low. Do indeed go for Jaeger armor. Floating up a bit of manpower at the moment. Probably need to get some more pioneers. It's going over here on the left hand side. King Tiger Mark vehicle. Pack 43 set up right in the center here. Slightly vulnerable, but
Prepare to execute. Yes, comrade.
it does cover the center VP at least. Probably can cover to about here as well, so not a bad spot. But not a great spot either. This barrage luckily gets cancelled after only one shell lands. King Tiger reverses for some repairs. Looks like he wants to knock out those tank traps. Benjamin going for the centre. Do manage to regather the centre VP briefly, and Allies have really started to pull ahead a huge way. Nearly 300 VPs in front, well pretty much 300 VPs in front. Rifle blob moves to the centre, Jackson comes to support. Pack 43 gets cleared. Flak after sets up to defend it, but Priest firing over here, trying to catch that King Tiger being repaired. Gets a nice hit on those stern bars there. Big allied presence here on the centre VP. Pack 43 gets stolen, recruit, trying to turn against the Axis.
We lost an anti-tank gun. Fire.
But you can see how slowly the Pack 43 rotates there. Penderwerfer continues to do a bit of sprinkling on the Allied infantry squads. I bring in the Elephant. I need to put that on hold fire. Took a dive bomb from me on the stolen Pack 43. Elephant turns around to try fire on this Jackson. Need to upgrade that with the spotting scopes. I thought I did, but I think I cancelled it to make sure I had enough munitions for the Stuka dive bomb on the Pack 43. Main gun destroyed. Lucky break there from the Jackson, and it's too quick for my Elephant to chase. Like a nasty pre-shot there. right on the elephant. Panzer IV tries to chase the main gun, destroyed Jackson, but that's too quick. Finds this Jackson instead. Needs to wait for the elephant to get there. Elephant's on focus sight, so it's just rolling forwards very, very, very slowly. Once again, the right hand VP falls to the Allies. We're in a bit of trouble in terms of VPs now. Elephant misses the T-34-85 there. Pretty stuck to Vet 1, 10 kills. Pretty good so far. Shusha 8 kills, also pretty good. King Tiger rolls down this alleyway. Elephant sitting in this one with Panzer IV support. 2 field guns coming though. Panzer IV is kind of having a bit of trouble. And there it goes. Not what I intended to do there at all. And marked vehicle on my elephant. Took a dive bomb over here, but these guns are moving forwards. And they miss, they dodge it. Elephant's now out of focus sight. Trying to get away from those guns. Fresh Eyes 2 running through the centre. My 2-pack guns are here though. And this pack had a bit of problems firing, as I was saying. There's a lot of shot blockers here, and that wall meant I couldn't, well, at least auto-fire with my pack there. I retreat just in the nick of time to dodge that Katyusha barrage. King Tiger now at Vet 1, 25 kills. Large force of armour going right from Moist. Got 3 T-34-85s built up here from Cow. Elephant's been repaired now. Engagement's going on for the right hand VP. Allies trying to close the show here. Oh, nasty Panzerwerfer barrage actually wipes the squad there. I'm barraging it with my mortar. I need some troops to come. But bad on my micro here. Too worried about these T-34-85s coming through the centre. Managed to get a Panzerfaust off on that one. Both of my packs are going to go down here though. Incendiary barrage finishes them off. Where's my elephant? Rolling over to the right to try and deal with these 85s. Jackson's also parked over here. Have managed to grab control of the left 2 VPs though, with my Pioneer squad on the left and large amount of forces from Devil's Brigade through the centre. King Tiger's doing good work through the centre as well. Clearing out that cache. Shock troops closing close range on the Grenadiers. Throw a grenade and they retreat. T-34s moving to the centre now. Elephant gets a shot off on the rear armour of that T-34-85. Can't quite get a second shot. Plane crashes on the building here. Flak half track sets up. There's a mine here. King Tiger's in some trouble. Jackson's coming to support. King Tiger getting blocked by this T-34-85. Got marked vehicle on it as well. Exposes its rear armour to the Jacksons. Gets one last shot off on the T-34-85, but ram from the T-34-85 and its last hurrah. Had the engine damage now. Trying to retreat away from all those Jacksons and the T-34-85. IS-2 fighting the Elephant in the centre. IS-2 gets a lucky cruise shot which allows it to get behind the Elephant. Just trying to get away. Cruise shot again though. Try to get a Panzerfaust on it. There it goes. I just can't work out what to do with my Elephant here. Do manage to knock out that with a Tiger. Out does Devil's Brigade. Elephant continues to soak up damage and Elephant gets abandoned there. Tiger soaks up a lot of punishment from the Jackson and the IS-2. Has to disengage. Oh, this is a thriller. NG-42 clears out that rifleman squad there. Vet 3 now. Takes some priest shots though. Some kind of barrage, incendiary barrage coming in through here. Packs have moved over. Let's try and fire on that retreating, or any retreating damaged tank. MG-42 camped on that point. Grenadiers trying to regather the fuel.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
This stage, I'm just trying to mass up a few pioneers to try and retake my Elephant and repair it. I have managed to stop the clock though, luckily. Riorraw doing some good work over here on the left.
We have secured this sector.
Square away your stations. Lock down the gel.
Service to the fatherland. We're ready. Promotion. Yeah, good for us.
Got control of both fuels now.
This is now German territory.
Back here. Pioneer squad. Pioneers ready for anything.
At this stage I'm just scrambling to do whatever I can. Bit of a calm before the storm.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Guys coming from the side though on my position over here. Too slow to dodge that. In comes the rifle blob. But in comes the Tiger in return. Pavlov is in a bit of a poor position. Luckily he doesn't take an AT grenade and get to safety. Tiger blasts away at these riflemen, doesn't. The AT grenade doesn't penetrate. Pavlov firing on the guards. They do manage to neutralise the point. That rifle grenade does penetrate. In comes the IS-2. I thought I had my Elephant on hold fire here, but sometimes it can bug out when you use the target weak point, and sometimes also when you recrew it. So that's why you see the logo up there, but it's actually firing at infantry squads.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory. Stick with me, you might just enemy armor!
Tiger's got night vehicle on it now though. It's being chased down by the captain. Elephant's firing at these Jacksons coming in from the side here. In comes Ju-87s, does heavy damage to the IS-2. And this wreck here stops my Elephant from firing on the Jackson. Can't get a line of sight on it. King Tiger, fresh King Tiger, trying to kill the priest. Takes engine damage though. That, I mean, the odds of a rifleman AT grenade penetrating the frontal armor of a King Tiger is very low. That's a bit of rotten luck for riorraw there. ICE-2 does go down though. Oh no, it doesn't. Where is it? It's over there. ICE-2 takes a walloping though from the elephant. Almost knocks it out.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
King Tiger's button just trying to crawl to safety. Luckily the Jackson's out of commission slightly. That one had damaged engines, now been repaired. Priest barraging. A lot of stern pioneers here to try and do some repairs. Support packages upgraded on all of them, so they'll be able to repair that very quickly. Down goes the plane. Two sets of grenadiers over here, enough to convince those shock troops to find another path. Both ICE-2s over here being repaired. Slowly though. We have no idea where they are though. Decide not to overextend, especially while the King Tiger's got a damaged engine. Fresh Pack 43 going up over here for riorraw. At least this brief window where all the allied tanks are being repaired has allowed us to regather the victory points, which we were in dire need of doing. Down to just 45 now versus 295. ICE-2's receiving repairs over here. Should probably repair one with both combat engineers first and then repair the other one. Probably the high health one, and then you can get one in action quickly. Rather than having both of them sitting idle for ages. Grenadiers camped up behind this tank trap here, trying to lock down this victory point. Incendiary artillery is trying to clear the Pack 43. Priest fire as well. Concentrate barrage does clear it from that Katyusha.
Send orders. Taking fire.
At this stage I decide to pull some flak panzers.
We're losing a capture point.
My elephant misses that Jackson there. I think it hit some terrain. Flak panzer escapes with main gun destroyed. That shot connects though.
Take ready.
And there it goes, elephant cleans it up. King Tiger has finally been repaired. It's got marked vehicle on it. Takes a nasty penetration through the front, but quickly knocks out that Jackson. Combined with the Pack 43. Sherman over here doing some work, trying to cap this victory point. One ICE-2 has been repaired. The second one's just about finished as well. Shock troops against grenadiers. Shock troops going to win this one.
Losing a sector.
ICE-2 fires on the grenadiers in the trench. At this stage I see the tank thread over there. Decide to move in that direction with my elephant. Flak Panzer continues to take repairs. I decided to go for Flak Panzer to try and deal with the infantry squads. I figured if I lose it, no big deal. A bit cheaper than the Panzer IV. Don't really need any more anti-tank firepower, just need the anti-infantry. Ju-87 does nasty damage to that IS-2, knocks it out. Gets a main gunner loader critical, means it fires more slowly. Elephant's having a bit of trouble maneuvering through these tank traps though. Can't really do it. As you can see, look at this path it's taken. It's taken forever to get through here. Continues to lock down the left hand side. T-34, 85 sitting back here idle. 2 Katyushas, a priest, plenty of indirect fire for the allies. Chris Jackson for Moist. His army's looking a bit low. Priest, Jackson and 3 rifles. Flak Panzer has been repaired, returns the I think that's a fresh Flak Panzer in fact. Doing some damage to the stolen pack. Trying to clear it out. Elephant's just, I don't know, doing a pirouette for some reason. Really bad, because in comes the IS-2. Flak Panzer spots it first. Pack returns to fire. Elephant's just about finished its rotation. Target weak point, but doesn't quite work. Plenty of pack guns here to fire on this IS-2. Overextends, that's going to go down. Incendiary artillery trying to clear this pack here. Big engagement going on over here. T-34 85's managed to flank the King Tiger. I think they're zeroing artillery from riorraw. But that's not going to do much now that he's no longer in its or no longer providing sight for it to operate. LMG Greens continue to lock down this side.
Engineers ready for assignment.
We are losing men.
Hit 3 though, and they win that engagement. After dodging that grenade, fresh Tiger from Deals Brigade. Elephant sitting here in the wrong direction, whoopsie daisy. IS-2 over here receiving repairs, just about done. Shock troops coming through the centre. Got Triple Cap running against the allies now. Another 45 points. Getting ready for another attempt. I think I might have planted an S-mine field here at some point, but it doesn't really do very much damage to these shock troops. That rifle grenade did a lot though. Jackson gets a line and fires on that Tiger. Takes a Panzerfaust in return though. Tiger continues to do some work on the centre VP. We're losing the left VP though. Shock troops over there force away my grenadiers. A lot of Sternpires coming through the centre. Pack 43 gets recruited. Gonna start weighing on these tanks. Grenadiers just desperately trying to get to the centre VP, try to do some capping. Pack 43 gets another shot from the T-34 85. Priest, oh no, Katyusha finishes off the Pack 40. Green blob, oh rifle blob here. Really is forgotten about. Sternpie is facing off against shock troops, which pick up PTOs before they decide to croak. Black Panzer working on infantry in the centre. Elephant's moving over here. Once again we've got the hold fire, not really hold fire bug going. Guards go down to the Flak Panzer, up to 10 kills. Priest moves forward for some reason. Decide I need to come and try fire at this IS-2 that's been got its engine damage through the centre. T-3485 is working over here. I just decided to just run my pioneers into the capture circle. Try and do whatever I can. Flak Panzer goes down to the IS-2 there. And some bazookas. Elephant's up to Vet 2 now. Firing on this IS-2. Priest firing on the Elephant. Smoke from those rifles to try and cover its retreat. And look at that shot, that was a mollywop. That Elephant just knocks out the IS-2 and reverses to safety. Still, Allies are managing to get the clock running once again. And once again I'm facing Melvin in the complete wrong direction. This pack moves into the centre to try and cap, or decap at the very least. So I've got Grenadiers coming in. Major over here. Just trying to do some capping, hoping that nothing's over here. But I have some LNG greens there, and there's a pack here as well, just in case. Also got the hold fire issue. Pack gets a shot off. Elephant moves to fire on the T-3485. There we go. It's down at one shot from death now. But reverses behind those trains there. Gets to safety. Some kind of artillery incendiary once again going on here, but it doesn't matter. The building gets cleared by Katyusha fire. Infantry artillery going in there as well. And Grenadiers damaged the engine on that before dying, taking a nade. That's getting salvaged. I'm worried about these Jacksons flanking my Elephant. That's why I'm being so cautious with it here. Now if I lose this Elephant, we're in a whole world of trouble. It's a nice shot off on that Jackson though. In comes a fresh Flak Panzer. Chase off these shock troops. And they get wiped. Fresh King Tiger rolling through on the left. She's about to get found out by it. Looks like it's going to be able to get away alright. Two T-3485s go through here. There's another one over here. Mount vehicle. T-3485 is desperately trying to get to the rear arm of the King Tiger. They're having a hard time penetrating its frontal armour. This one needs to be in the fight. Kind of throwing away his T-3485s here at this stage. Ju-87's come in, do some nice damage, and there it goes. King Tiger knocks out two T-3485s. Really needed all three of them in that engagement. Elephant hold fire continues to not function properly. Always good to know. Black Panzer moves forward to try and knock out these rifle squads. Two Jacksons here, they throw out smoke. Black Panzer's in a bit of trouble. Elephant's back here receiving repairs. And there goes Black Panzer.
We have lost the Panzer.
Left hand side VP
sector.
It's being kept. It's at 26 VPs now.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
No engagement.
The fresh grenadier squad.
Looks like a demo charge, maybe. I don't know. What was that? Priest shot knocks out a whole bunch of infantry there. Looks like a demo charge from this crater.
Our territory.
Sternpire is desperately just trying to cap that point and do so. Then retreat. Bet 5 set of Sternpire here, so those are very good. Nice preservation there from riorraw.
Flak Panzer has arrived.
Pack snipes one of those models, look like. But one grenadier squad's not enough. Nice use here of tactical movement from Devil's Brigade. Try and stop this cap. His infantry does get neutralized, but doesn't get capped. I'm desperately trying to cap the center with my pioneers. Largely dodge that, but don't dodge that pre-shot. T-3485 is marauding on this King Tiger once again. Mark vehicle. And down goes King Tiger.
We have lost contact with a heavy tank.
Got a stern panzer now from Devil's Brigade. Try and wipe some of these infantry squads. Should work well in conjunction with the elephant. Fresh flak panzer from me once again. Jackson's about to move into the line of sight of the elephant.
The fatherland has given us new weapons. Pioneers ready for assignment.
A whole bunch of infantry just sitting over here. Definitely trying to lock down that victory point. Elephant gets one shot off on Jackson, forcing that back for repairs. Black Panzer finds the IS-2. Elephant shot misses. It's the dirt.
We are close to defeat. 25 points remaining.
Super tight now, 25 to 30. Incredibly close. Elephant's kind of derping out here. There's a nasty hit off on the IS-2 though. And Jackson's actually trying to focus down the flak panzer. That's kind of what I was hoping. Low priority target. Just try and get their tanks firing on that. Priest shotgun does nasty damage to the elephant though. Engagement over here goes well for the allies. They're gonna start decapping that. This one's neutral. Panther knocks out the T-3485s, and then a Katyusha. Everything's dying, everything's dying. Sternpanzer moves over here. Desperately trying to knock out these squads. Button. Takes AT grenades as well. Panther hunts down that other Katyusha. It's going to keep going for the priest maybe. No, disengages. Sternpanzer in a bit of trouble. Bounces both those bazooka shots though. It does some nasty damage to the captain in return. Jackson finishes it off. Looks like an elephant. Knocked out an infantry squad there. Continues to fire on infantry squads despite being on hold fire. I did deactivate and reactivate it a few times, but I don't know.
We have taken it.
I think it's something to do with the target weak point.
The enemy can taste defeat. They only have 10 points remaining.
And yeah, the Axis or allies just don't have any tanks left really. Would just knock them all out. Panthers certainly did a lot of work. 4 vehicles destroyed. I think it knocked out 2 D-3485s and 2 Skirmishes. Certainly pulled its weight. Now the Elephant did 3 vehicles destroyed, but a whole lot of vehicle damage. And yeah, 14 VPs left. We pull out the victory. Certainly got tense there towards the end. It's a pretty fun match too. Anyway, that's going to be it for this replay. If you'd like your match to be custom meet, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, catch you for the next thrilling installment.